So as you know, most days on Liquid Lunch, I'm muted. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. We usually do like a sound check before we come back. All right, as you know, most days of the week on Liquid Lunch, I'm about to pop a gasket. There's like a vein that comes in the side of my head. I can blow it from time to time if I don't take my blood pressure pills. So to stay calm, I usually have a Liquid Lunch, as you know, and you guys join me often. We have a martini, we have a brown drink, we have a Negroni, whatever I can get my hands on, I'll drink to keep myself somewhat sane. But there's a really cool summer drink where they take like a frozen margarita, right? And they put a Corona beer in it, upside down. I don't know what they call it, but they put the Corona beer in the margarita, and you get this big straw, and you slug it down. You drink the margarita and the Corona at the same time. Delicious, okay? Sometimes, and you know this happens with a 7-Eleven Slurpee or something, you slug on that straw too hard, oh, you get like a brain freeze, like, yeah, your head is like frozen for a second. Joe Biden must have had a margarita with a Corona in it the other day on MSNBC because it looks to me like he had a brain freeze. Check this out.
The Paycheck Protection Act. 1% of the money's gone out. 1%. 1% of the that's not the paycheck. The bill for small businesses. Lending. Mainstream lending. 1%'s gone out.
From time to time, I have guests on that are like really great people. But when they get in front of the camera, they like freeze up a little bit. And I always tell them, don't worry, I'll save you. If you get frozen, I'll hit you with another question. MSNBC, if you could see right there, and Amal, one of our viewers on Facebook, is telling me that it's called a Corona Rita, I guess, the drink I'm talking about that gave Joe Biden the brain freeze. But he obviously had a brain freeze. And if Donald Trump had a brain freeze on any left-wing media, they would leave him hanging like nobody's business. But you see the MSNBC reporter there, he kind of fed him a line like to jar him, like, hey, wake up, it doesn't help. Because even when Joe's on top of his game, even when they give him a shot of testosterone in his ass or whatever they give him to get him out there for 1 or 2 hours a day and make like he's campaigning, every single day he's hustling at trying to get his foot out of his mouth. The other day, he said that he's actually been in the Senate for quite some time. Look at this.
Save lives as well as livelihoods. That's why I made it a priority my entire career to work closely with you. From the time I got to the Senate 180 years ago,
Apparently, Joe Biden is like, he's almost coming up on his bicentennial year in the Senate. According to Joe, he's been in the Senate for 180 years. Just a couple of weeks ago, if you remember, he was blaming Donald Trump for hurricanes, tornadoes, forest fires. So somehow or another, he thinks Donald Trump controls weather. And now he's been in the Senate for 180 years. Honestly, I got to talk about it, because that's one of the things we try to do with this platform here is talk about the truth and facts, and they just kind of program your mind with all this hogwash on the left side. But Joe Biden has dementia, okay? He's insane. I have a good friend of mine who just turned 90 years old, and he's starting to get the early stages of dementia at 90, and I could see it. He stutters, he moves slower, he asks the same question 5 times. He dissociates, he doesn't know what we're talking about. Joe Biden has dementia, and the only reason that he was put up there is so that they could click Kamala Harris next to him. She's the vessel, and the Obamaites and the Clinton cartel, they're filling up the Kamala vessel, and it's slipping out every so often now, too. They're saying now, in a Harris administration with Joe Biden, they're already propping her up to be president if something happens. Now, Donald Trump is talking about he wants him and Joe Biden to both have a drug test tomorrow night after the debate to see if they gave Joe anything to spruce him up. I think he's fooling around, but it couldn't hurt. He said he'd take a drug test. So, but the main thing is, I will still be shocked if Joe Biden actually shows up and lives through the debate tomorrow night. He could crack. And I think the one risk Donald Trump runs tomorrow night is pounding on him too hard to the point where he has a stroke on stage, and then there'll be all this, you know, sympathetic feeling for Joe because he's old and Donald Trump shouldn't have beat him up. But don't keep showing up looking for a fight if you don't want to take a beating. That's like a good rule of thumb, if you ask me. But I don't think it's going to be much of a fight. Mike is giving me a signal that we have a photo. We're working from Angelina's Ristorante, okay, otherwise known as the Totten Villa. Beautiful, amazing grounds here. You got to check it out. Tomorrow night, we're going to do the great debate special from here. The guys from E2 are right here on the sides, getting ready to set up. You're not even going to believe how beautiful this place is going to look tomorrow night for the great debate special. I'll be anchoring the coverage starting at 8 right here on Biz TV with Kevin McCullough, Frank Morano, Kirsten Tate, and Erin Elmore is going to do a special guest visit from down from Philly. She's driving up to New York, so we're going to bring you all the best guests tomorrow night. You got to check this thing out. Now, final note, you know, every so often I talk about my kids and my daughters and my son. Yesterday was National Sons Day, so my son, God bless you, I love you. And a couple of months back, I was talking on this show about how we got to get back to the fundamentals in America. And, you know, I always taught my kids on my teams to bunt from when they were little because it's a fundamental you should know, and it's good to have. It sets you apart from other people. And my son's coaches over on the Staten Island Orioles, they're committed to those fundamentals, and they teach the kids to bunt still, and they talk to them, and the kids pray before the games, and it's a beautiful thing. Well, all season long, they played up in talent. All over the summer, they played 50 or 60 games, and they were getting their tails handed to them. Still working hard, still going out, fighting every single game. And this weekend, towards the end of the season, they finally got it all together. I want to wish great congratulations to the Staten Island Orioles, Coach Ralph and the whole team. They won the Beast of the East tournament this weekend with a final game mercy yesterday to put it all away. There's the team. What a wonderful bunch of boys. Pugs was the MVP of the tournament, going 3 for 3. Matty Forlano got the win in the championship game, and my boy Yoshi pitched 5 2/3, and Anthony Spungen came in to close out the semifinal game. Amazing, amazing season. God bless all the Orioles and their coaches for teaching a good young bunch of men to stay committed, and they did just that with the win. You stay committed to Liquid Lunch by being here tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel, more Liquid Lunch, pre-game for the great debate special tomorrow night. See you tomorrow.